Hello there, Mr. Salas here. I've been learning Japanese for the past year and a half, and I'm starting to get a little bit bored. Don't get me wrong, I love the language. I think it's one of my favorite languages I've ever learned. But I do have to say that it's getting a little bit stale, you know? It's like I'm doing the same things over and over because they work, all right? But I kind of want to delve into like more of the stuff that I used to like, and I'm using that word deliberately. I consider myself a gamer, but I haven't actually gamed that much for like the past 2 or 3 years. I've been, dedicating myself a lot to YouTube and stuff, and I just didn't have any time really to, I don't know, to pour into gaming, right? The reason I think is because I found myself thinking that gaming is a waste of time. It's a little bit toxic because it's one of my favorite hobbies that I just stopped doing, you know? My other big hobby is languages, so it always felt natural that I would combine them in a way. But now I feel that if I'm not playing a game in the language, I'm kind of wasting my time. If that does happen to you, please comment down below. So what I'm gonna do now in this video is trying to come up with a method or a technique to find video games that I don't feel like I'm wasting my time on. I used to be a Nintendo boy, then I switched to Xbox, then I went to PlayStation, and now I just went to PC, you know, like the best of them all, I think. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you my Steam account. I think there's a sale going on right now. And I will try to tell you how the things I do to find games. So sorry, my whole thing is in Spanish. I'm from Mexico. So, I'm sorry about that. What I usually do, I just go into like categories, you know, and I just find something about role play. And I usually play Japanese games because, wow, that's a very cheap price for Nier Automata. That's crazy. There you go. Japanese role-playing games. That's when now be really careful because you can find really ugly stuff. Like when I was living in Japan, I tried Neptunia. I didn't enjoy them at all, so just be warned, okay? Let me tell you what I do. So I just click on a game that, I don't know, this looks interesting. Let me check it out. And then I go down here and I check if it's in Japanese interface, voices, and subtitles. If it has all those three, I usually will buy the game. Now, something cool about Steam is that if you play a game, I believe it's less than 1 or 2 hours, you can ask for a refund. So that's pretty good. So you can play the game, check it out, and see, But I think a much better way is to just actually go on YouTube and just check the game out. You know, because these trailers will do, will do their best to sell you on the game, and they will show you how cool it looks and whatever. But if you actually go on YouTube and check the game out, you will actually realize, especially, and not even reviews, but actual gameplay from people playing the game, you will actually see the real game being played, and there's audio, there's subtitles and stuff, and usually in Japanese. Now, something cool about this is that today, in the internet era, right, we do have a lot of dubbed. Wow, that's a really good price for Metaphor. I just might buy this one though. We'll see. But sorry about that. We have a lot of games that don't have to be Japanese, you know? Like you can actually go into, for instance, a game that I'm playing right now, which was really good for me because I loved the first one, was Warhammer. So Warhammer, was it Warhammer 2? What was it? Space Marine 2. So you might look at this game and be like, what? That's clearly like an American or whatever. I mean, it's from the English-speaking world, right, of gaming. But if you actually come down here, you realize for some reason it does have a Japanese dub and subtitles. So you can actually play games like this, which I was very interested in, and I actually bought it because it had the dub. This is one of those games that I wouldn't actually play if it wasn't in Japanese, just because I think I would feel like I would be wasting my time, you know? So that's the cool thing about just looking up the games and see whether they have a dub or not. And you can actually just Google this, right? But I just rather go into Steam and check the game out and see if it has the dub, you know, from the source. Now, something that really hurts me is this. I really wanted to play Expedition 33, but unfortunately, there's no dub for it. You know, I think it was produced in France, right? So obviously there's no it's just English and French, right? So if I ever learned French, well, I mean I learned French already, but if I ever relearned French and I go back to French, this is one of the first things I would do is play this game in the original dub. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing because people tell me like this game is the best thing ever. As you can see, I love Elden Ring. You know, I play this. I play these games whenever I was a gamer. That was a long time ago. I think I played. This was the last game I played, Elden Ring. That was like probably 2 years ago. And but I felt like all this time that I spent here, I could have been studying for a language, right? And unfortunately, for some reason, even though it's a Japanese production, Elden Ring has no Japanese dub, which was incredible for me. So what? Why? Stellar Blade. It's a really good game. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, but it has a really nice dub in Japanese. It had the subtitles are very clear, and there's a lot of talking for an action game, actually. So that's pretty good, you know. And I mean, it's an amazing game. It plays really well, and yes, that too. Okay, I will be the first one to accept it. Okay, but yeah, pretty much that's what I do. I just go into a game, even though it's not Japanese. I just check it out. You know, Howard's Legacy. I mean, Harry Potter is super big in Japan. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a dub, 100%. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I have all these games here, and I actually haven't played most of them. I bought this game for instance. I haven't even touched it. You know, I haven't opened it, and it's supposed to be really good, and it has Japanese dub. But I just have to get around to it. But I have to be honest, like I think the problem right now is like I feel that I'm making more progress whenever I'm actually studying. You know, studying as in like I am using Anki plus link or something to read on, and then I just immerse in the language. Right, right now I'm really interested in playing the Gundam TCG game. I plan to go to Japan as well and play with my friends over there. So I'm actually rewatching the whole Gundam series from the very start. I actually never saw the first one, so I'm starting with that. I think that's a better use of my time than actually playing a game, because the problem with games is like there's a lot of downtime. You know, sometimes you're just walking or fighting. The whole point of playing the game in Japanese, right, is to be able to learn a little bit of Japanese. And I think I do it from time to time, but I think I would have learned more if I had just sat on, studying my flashcards plus some like reading out loud with a link or loot or whatever, right? I feel like I'm wasting my time, even though I can see the progress, and I just feel like there's better ways to learn a language than playing a game, right? That's just me. And actually, I wanted to use this video to ask you guys, like, what do you think a good game would be for a language that you are studying or want to study? Probably we can use this video to ask for recommendations, and there's like some people in the comments saying like, oh, maybe this game for German or for Japanese, or like by the way, my suggestion for French, 100%, please play Expedition 33. Let me just show you again. I've heard so many good things about it. I've seen the gameplay. I've seen like reviews. People are crazy about this game. People tell me it's the best thing ever, and I can't wait to get it back into French just to have an excuse to play this game. I might even go back to French even a little earlier than I thought, just to have the excuse to play this game. Plus, I mean, I'm not actually at zero in French. I'm not starting from the ground up, so I might actually be able to play the game right out the bat. You know, like just go and play it, and yeah. I think that would be amazing. It would be really, really, really fun. And by the way, this game here, Elden Ring and Sekiro especially, they killed gaming for me. They are so good. I've never played another game as good as Sekiro. And actually, I might just replace Sekiro because it's a Japanese game. You know, it has Japanese dub and voices and subtitles, so I might just go back to it. But to be honest with you, like Sekiro, there's almost no dialogue involved in the game, right? It's a pretty good game, but it's probably not very good for language learning. Okay, guys, I think, that's the video. I think I'm just rambling at this point, right? If you want to watch me play some of these games that I'll be streaming on Twitch and Kick. So if you want to check those out, I'll leave you a link down below. Check it out and leave a comment. All right. Yeah. Tell us your recommendations for the languages that you are learning right now, or maybe for Japanese or German or whatever. Please, I would like to read them all. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you later. Class dismissed.